It's more them mostly peaceful terrorists.
Hey, what happened to you, bro? They shot you in the head?
Oh my god.
You alright?
I don't know if we can show that or not. Too late. This looks like a scene from Mad Max. Everybody just looks like shadows back there. What is this? The fucking shadow people attacking? Oh, this is the National Guard. Or maybe... It doesn't look like the Marines, so I'm gonna go with the National Guard. I know he was supposed to be sending Marines in, though. Dude, I am so glad that they're there with... That one man said they shot him in the head with a rubber bullet. Good, maybe they'll fucking stop. Let's see some more of the protests going on.
We're being asked to go behind the police. Press. He's press. He's with me. He's with me. He's with me.
I have my verification. I have my verification right here.
He doesn't come through. You do.
Sir, I have to go with
Okay, go. Are you grabbing?
Are they not letting him through because he looks not white? If he has press pass, I need more info before I make that statement.
No, I didn't touch you. So wait, okay.
I need you guys to go over there.
So it's, you can see, Jake, it's a little chaotic. So what they're trying to do is, we're going to keep walking. We're going to keep walking. And then I want you to take a look over here. These are the officers in Suburbans. And then we're trying to weave our way through the next wave of officers. But
I'm glad to see this, though. Like, they're being picky who's going through. They're actually out making a presence.
I mean, there's press parked on the sidewalk because when today started, this area...
Hell, I might pull out the 3D printer and start selling rubber bullets.
They brought National Guard to LA. They're about to sweep us up. We're protesting because they're stealing our people.
Not okay.
They're stealing your people. No, they are not your people. Your people are the other Americans that have fucking citizenship. That's your people.
With people getting taken from their jobs with the National Guard and now the Marines.
Oh, I love it. I love this right here. Here.
Now the Marines. They're
Let me see if we can pause it on this image. I'm screenshotting that.
jobs with
That's the thumbnail right there. That is the thumbnail. Put a FAFO text on it. Boom, there you go.
the National Guard and now the Marines.
They're attacking our communities. They're attacking hardworking people that are here to make a better life for themselves
Why she got a watermelon badge on her? Because she's shaped like one?
and their families.
It's just very important for me to be here right now, to stand with my people.
What about people
A gay, illegal immigrant with bleached blonde hair. Just what we fucking need.
being ripped away from their families?
You see how her shirt says no human? Exactly. There is no humanity left in her eyes. They are dark as that mask she's wearing. No soul.
What about the kids that are gonna go home and not have their parents when they get home?
Well, their parents shouldn't have brought them here. It wouldn't be a fucking problem.
Support our Latino, Mexican people that's here suffering because of the Border Patrol guys.
Speak as the English before you come in trying to talk about you're a citizen or how you have a right to be here. Fuck you.
My partner was deported from this building.
Oh, so you were fucking one of the gay immigrants. Deport you too. Even revoke the citizenship. Send him to Mexico with his partner.
14 years ago and was deported back to Mexico, and then he died there.
They brought
Put 2 of them rubber bullets in him. He'll think twice.
It's day 4 of the protests in downtown LA.
Day 4 of the protest. Wow.
The federal building on Temple and Los Angeles Street. As you can see behind me, there's the National Guard along with some other
It does appear that the National Guard is starting to get a handle on it, at least compared to the first 2 days. I'm surprised there's any buildings left. At first the wildfires, now this.
Police. There's a truck that joined the march and they started playing music. I caught up with one of
Oh my god, they brought in a mariachi band to play in front of ICE. I gotta admit that's pretty funny. That is funny.
the mariachi members in the truck. Her name is Coral, and she's a 27-year-old full-time mariachi player. And we talked a little bit about the role of music in protesting. This is my
Well, I would consider that peaceful protesting.
job. I'm very proud to be a Latino that plays music.
You're proud to be a Latino that plays music. Well, I'm proud to be an American that plays music. Oh, shut up.
When people are yelling, there's a melody to it. We can memorize it. There's an art to it, there's an art to it. When you say a chant, it's...
Man, I was gonna give you a little credit, but then you opened your mouth and it's like, credit reversed. Pull the Uno reverse card on this bitch.
Protesters are gathered here in New York City to rally.
Dude, all of them are fucking gay immigrants. I thought Mexicans were like having 5 kids apiece and straggling them across the border, not a bunch of fucking this shit.
Against the Trump administration's heightened ICE raids and the increased crackdown on immigration protests across the country.
Trump, at the end of the day, has not
Man, you're on the wrong side. This man right here is on the wrong side.
been able to deliver on any of the promises that he made, and so he's using the shock and awe campaign to try and distract from
You are way too white to be involved in this shit.
the fact that he's a total failure.
Wait, what is that? What did his shirt say?
That he's a total failure.
Something Communist of America. Revolutionary Communist of America. Man, I bet he fits right in with the Hasanabis. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe he is on the right side, just not my side. Dude, the only hatred and racism I see really is coming from y'all. Y'all are going to make America not even want the legal immigrants to be here anymore. Because we don't know if you have a card or if you're lying about it, if you did what you're supposed to do or if you didn't. All we know is every time we see one of y'all in one of these videos, destruction fucking follows in your wake. Look at this building back here. It's still under construction from the... You see all the burn marks, the soot stains on it? That may have been caused from the wildfires, but either way, they haven't even recovered from the last disaster, and y'all are making y'all aren't even a border state. What the fuck are y'all doing there? There's a Chinese flag, fucking Mexican flag. I do see an American flag off in the background, but that may be on a pole like part of the city.
I came to this country from another country at 4 years of age, and I grew up with a lot of immigrants. And I'm really here for everybody. I'm here for me. I'm here for
None of these people sound like their testicles have dropped.
my family, and I'm here for the future of the country.
Do you have a message to send to other immigrants in this country right now? They're kind of scared, fearing for their lives.
Hermanos inmigrantes, estamos con ustedes.
Do you have a message for anyone staying here? He goes to another language. And fuck you.
How should we have allies that are non-Latinos like stand up?
Oh.
To speak up. If you wait, shake it up.
Oh, man. This is a great example of why this has to stop. We do not want this type of species in this country.
Estamos en las calles de El Paso, Texas.
All right, this is in Texas.
Y en estos momentos se realiza una...
And the guy recording it don't even speak English.
We're outside a National Guard post here in downtown Los Angeles. You can see the crowd here continues to grow, though. It is
troops assisting immigration officers out on a raid.
Love to see that.
It is different than what President Trump said their role would be, to protect federal buildings and to help suppress protests, which at times have been violent. We saw the National Guard troops this morning.
Well, at least they're minimalizing it. They're saying which at times may have been violent, but at least they are admitting that there has been violent protesting going on. Most of the media has been flat out denying it. I heard one of the, I don't know if she was the mayor or who she was, but a high official saying it was just graffiti. They're like, no.
In the primarily Latino community of Paramount.
As we're getting a better understanding of the National Guard.
What do y'all feel about the National Guard being sent in? I am all for it. I think that we need to do whatever we can to stop this in its tracks before it leaves California. Not too many people care if California burns to the ground, but the rest of the country, we need to try to protect that. What is going on?
They're already shooting bullets and shit. Look, check it out.
That ain't... There's a difference between shooting bullets and shooting rubber bullets. One is lethal, one is non-lethal. They shot a dude in the head and he was still walking. Yeah, there was blood running down, but he was still walking and talking. You get shot with a real bullet in the head, you ain't walking or talking.
ICE out of Los Angeles.
And what have they been doing these days?
They just been attacking Mexican people because
They just been, man, this bitch don't even know what she's talking about. She's just spouting some bullshit that she's been hearing other people shout.
they don't belong, supposedly.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah, she had to catch herself. She was even saying because they don't belong. But then she had to backtrack and say supposedly. This is that minimalizing shit I was just speaking on.
That they don't belong here, but I don't think that's okay because I'm out here speaking for people that can't speak.
What are we doing?
People that can't speak? It sounds like all of y'all are doing plenty of speaking.
Here. Trying to fight for our people, you know? And what's the mission?
Your people?
The mission is to be heard. And they're the ones that are instigating this. At the end of the day, they're like bringing down families apart and everything. And it's not going to change a thing, bro. Hey, everybody's full of anger. At the end of the day, actions is going to only cause a reaction.
Yeah, and y'all are the ones that started the actions. Everything else was verbal until y'all started rioting.
Peaceful? It's not going to be peaceful because they're already shooting bullets and shit.
It's not, he's saying it's not going to be peaceful because they're already shooting bullets versus rubber bullets, but regardless, they wouldn't be here having to do this if y'all weren't setting their fucking police cars on fire, throwing bricks in their windows from 40-foot bridges. Y'all are committing attempted murder, aggravated assault, tons of felonies. And you know what I think we need to do? I think we need to reopen Alcatraz, put them fuckers in it, lock them up for about 20 years, just bread and water, then deport them back to a random country, not even where they came from. Send them to fucking Ecuador.
Shit, look, check it out. Check it out. Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Look, if that cop would not have pushed him out of the way, he would have got ran over.
Oh, no. Shit's getting real. What happened? Cops acting up, man, you know, trying to get through and
Cops acting up. Dude, this lack of accountability is infuriating. I wish I was out there with one of these rubber guns.
I'm gonna get through. It's gonna get ugly though, because you know we're at Asa, bro, so that's how we at.
He can't even pull his pants up. They are literally so small that they don't fit around his fucking ass.
The beginning right here. So what's next? A war?
Dude, the only straight immigrants out there are walking around showing their ass literally.
You know,
And what is this shit mixing half American, half Mexican flag? No, you're in America. If you're gonna wave a Mexican flag, go back to fucking Mexico since you like it so much.
I said it yesterday, and it's my wild guess, a civil war. Civil war.
A civil war? You really think if this shit tried to spread to other states, once you get out of these little liberal states, like, think about when you hit the Bible Belt. We are armed, we are Christian, and we will defend our country. God promoted many wars for his land. This is a Christian land. This is a godly land. We will defend this land if y'all come here. Do not fuck with us.
Actually, I'm Native American, so my people were killed first. I actually am.
Bitch, you are not Native American. You are the most simp beta white male. Like, you are the epitome of a beta male. You don't even deserve the male title at the end. You just beta.
Native American.
What do you want to tell Donald Trump?
Yeah, you're beta American.
So you support all the raids?
I support him.
So why are you here?
Because I have a...
Oh.
The LA County Sheriff's Department is seeking additional victims after a suspect driving a minivan plowed into a downtown LA crowd. This happened Sunday night near Alameda and Beauchamp streets. The area was packed with people who were protesting the immigration raids. As you can see, video shows that driver making donuts and driving backwards. The suspect's been arrested on suspicion of assault with a deadly weapon.
Yeah, what was that even about? Peacefully driving. Yes, another peaceful driver.
For possessing a...
It's not happening.
We can get in trouble like that. We're not going to get in trouble. Yes, we can. The fire department is right there. We can't do that. That's illegal. So you're going to complain about it? You guys are telling us to do something illegal because you guys are doing something illegal by blocking the road right now. No, they're not. No, they're not. That's why all these people look.
So the protesters are blocking random. Look, I'm actually surprised they're doing this. You got a fucking bowling ball of a white woman standing here, not letting a black woman through onto work. Don't you know she's more important than you are? She's a black woman. That's the most powerful thing on the planet right now. And you're preventing her from going to her career and being a boss babe. What a bitch. It's not happening.
We can get in trouble like that. We're not going to get in trouble. Yes, we can. The fire department is right there. We can't do that. That's illegal. So you're going to complain?
Dude, almost all of these guys are literally like standing around, hands on hips, man boobs sagging even though they're skinny. Like, these are the most feminine, low testosterone driven, if you call them guys, I've ever witnessed. What is going on with the physical? Like, this ain't even about the protests. This is just about genetics. What the fuck has happened in the last 10 years? I guarantee you, me and this guy's the same age. I got a ponytail. He's got a ponytail. I don't look like fucking that. Their eyes look like Sid from Ice Age. That's another thing, male or female. What the fuck is up with everybody's eyes drifting off of their heads? They look like Pangea before the separation, or after the separation. I said that reverse.
You guys are telling us to do something illegal because you guys are doing something illegal by blocking the road right now. No, they're not. No, they're not. That's why all these people look.
I can't tell if she's black or Mexican, but I'm actually on this woman's side. It doesn't really matter what race she is. I believe she's an American citizen, and they are preventing her from being able to go to work. And they're telling her to commit a crime if she wants to get to work. Man, bring out the rubber bullets and gas bombs. It's not happening.
We are not pawns for Donald Trump's agenda. Why now? It's because the military was called a pawn.
Look, would you want this fighting next to you in war? You get shot in the leg and you need help getting to safety. Do you genuinely believe this little fucking Oompa elf is going to stand a chance at helping you? No. She's going to throw her fucking whatever fake weapon they give her and run off to her hair dye.
This is a breaking news update. I'm Mark Brown. We are now 2 hours into the curfew in downtown Los Angeles. That public
Hell yeah, they put a curfew out. That's actually kind of cool.
Safety curfew began at 8 p.m. and runs
8 p.m. to 6 p.m. So basically dark to daylight. Nobody out at night.
Until 6 a.m. tomorrow. The affected zone is about a 1 square mile area of the city in the downtown core, bordered by the 5 freeway, the 10, and the 110 freeways. If you live or work in that area, you are exempt from the curfew.
I like that comment. Newsom is just worried so many people are going to be deported, he will lose the electoral votes in California. That very well may be true. That was the whole premise of last election on the liberal side.
Use your words. What are you doing? Use your words. What are you doing? Use your words.
They are look, they're being very gentle with this guy. They did walk up pretty intensely, but as far as like their physical actions, they lightly, lightly makes it sound like I'm minimalizing. No, they just literally walked up and put their arm in between one of his arms, and the other cop put an arm between him. They slowly turned around, and it looks like they're just walking them off. I mean, this might turn into something, but it doesn't look like it.
What is going on? Who are you? NLG will get you out. What's your name? Tell us your name. Okay, you're fine. We'll get you out. We got you, friend. We got you.
Dude, I know they meant this as like shitting on ICE and the National Guard and all these other organizations that are trying to take back California, but this would make such a great ad for ICE. Like, they're literally just showcasing these people out doing what they're supposed to be doing, putting a stop to this shit. And all the smoke on the ground, it looks like they got a fog machine in the background rolling out. It makes them look like badasses. Yeah, whack 'em. Get him over the head. Cut his fucking head off. Look, one of them needs to swerve. And talk about fucking aggravated assault, maybe even attempted murder. In my opinion, if you're throwing a rock the size of your head at the window of a car going 20, 30, 40, however fast mile an hour, that is attempted murder. Because if that rock hits them in the head, they're dead. I don't think these are protesters. I think these are supporters of the National Guard. But the media's trying to make it look like this is the peaceful protest. What fucking bullshit. That's the reality.
We have very different definitions of a mostly peaceful protest.
Yeah, there ain't no mostly about it.
But this is time and time again what the media likes to do. They use propaganda, right? You tell a lie long enough and big enough, this becomes the reality. At the end of the day, though, we, the American people, aren't going to fall for it, all right? But what I think we all need to do, though, is to breathe a little bit, okay? Because at the end of the day, if you're a liberal or a Democrat and you're feeling very strongly about it, this kind of actions is only creating more resistance, okay?
I didn't really give a fuck about the deportations until they started acting like this. Like, I wasn't one of those that a year ago was like super, oh, get them out of here if they came here illegally, if they didn't come through the like, I really didn't care one way or the other as long as they weren't affecting jobs and causing crimes. But now that they're acting out protesting, this ain't protesting. Now that they're out rioting, yeah, they all need to be gone. Anyone in that group needs to be gone. I don't care if they are a white American citizen, they need to be gone.
How the law of nature is. For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. So
Yeah, he just said it. For every action, there is an opposite and equal reaction. So y'all come out and riot, the guards come in and fuck you up.
More extreme you get.
Riot, fuck up. Riot, fuck up.
The more extreme the other side gets. So if you're looking to get some results, why not have cooler heads prevail? Because at the end of the day, if you guys keep acting like this is an opportunity that maybe the Trump administration gets to use the AI technology, and then the very thing you fear the most comes to fruition because of the actions of you. So
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. If what he's talking about happens, dude, I'm looking forward to it. I am not one of those cooler heads, but I will prevail. Oh, no. All right, you got them all in one location. Just drop your fucking N-word right there. Nuclear with the hard R. This is in Florida. So we got California, Texas, Florida. All three right now. Tampa. Well, we should have known that they couldn't be anything crazy going on in the country and Florida not match it. Everything crazy happens in Florida. You got the Tiger King, you got Gator Wrestling, you got GTA 6. Yeah. How are you going to burn an American flag, but then hold up a Mexican flag, and then complain about not supposed to be here? You don't deserve to be here.
Violent clashes between protesters and the NYPD erupted in Lower Manhattan Tuesday night. Hours earlier, thousands gathered in Foley Square, rallying against the recent federal immigration raids.
I'm grateful to this country, but I mean, I need to speak up.
Jaime Gonzalez brought...
This ain't speaking up. This is acting up. This is physically doing things, not verbally talking them out. And we've tried talking to y'all for a couple of years now. This has been going on. I think we're done talking at this point.
Brought his daughters to the protest. He emigrated from Mexico 40 years ago.
So he's been here for 40 years, and he's going to fuck it all up by going to one of these protests? Man, you're ruining it for yourself, your family, your friends, and your whole culture. You make Mexico look bad
Not a freeloader. I came here to work.
Look, I don't understand what the big deal is. You come in, like, y'all aren't even going to like the Americanized states. Texas don't really claim the U.S. They're like as close to a seceded state as you could imagine. California, sure as fuck, don't claim the U.S. Florida does. I like Florida. I hate that this is happening there, but I think they're just doing it so they can't feel left out.
Demonstration in solidarity with the protests in Los
Plus, Florida's already had a shit ton of Cubans forever, so I mean, what the fuck's the difference?
Angeles, where President Trump has deployed the National Guard and Marines despite objections from the city's mayor and California's governor.
We don't have political rights, and we don't have the right to peacefully assemble to address our grievances without getting the.
Look, you know these immigrants are all overweight. They've all been eating good. I wonder if they could say that from where they come from. Because normally when they come over, they're pretty skinny. But all these ones at the protests have had big beer bellies. Their chin hangs down to their clavicle. That's not even a double chin. That's a belly where the chin should be. When your bottom lip has a belly in under it. Look, his ears even have bellies. He looks like a fucking bullfrog.
National Guard sent to us, then nothing else really matters.
Don't touch him. He might give you warts.
Protesters have marched over here to the federal immigration court offices in Lower Manhattan, where heavily armed NYPD officers are trying to keep them behind barricades, but the situation is tense. We watched police take several people into custody. The crowd.
I do love seeing all these people in handcuffs being taken off by the officers. Hell, it ain't even handcuffs. Them are tie straps. Shit, yeah, don't waste money on them. Cut corners. I'm all for it. That's what you get when you defund the police. They can't afford handcuffs for everybody, so you get the tie straps. Cut your circulation off, leave indents in your wrist way worse than them cuffs ever would have, even if they's being a dickhead about tightening them. Yeah, I don't feel a bit of sympathy for this. Especially not these fucking American people. I almost have more disgust and animosity towards the American people at the protest than the illegal immigrants.
Crowd at times wrestling with officers who pulled protesters to the ground.
If New York City stands up, if the country stands up, it doesn't matter how many National Guard troops they have, we can peacefully stand up and resist.
And on Tuesday,
reports. If you can peacefully stand up and resist, then why haven't you been peacefully doing it?
That NYPD collaboration and information shared with federal agencies being used in civil immigration proceedings are disturbing.
City Council Speaker Adrian Adams, who's running for mayor, urged the Department of Investigations to investigate if the NYPD has been sharing information with ICE. The department responded the NYPD does not engage in civil immigration enforcement, period, while a spokesman for Mayor Eric Adams.
Did they just try to pull his tie off? What was they trying to do to him right there?
While a spokesman for Mayor Eric Adams said it is despicable that Adrian Adams would try to fan the flames of fear solely for cheap political points.
Drag that bitch out of there.
Clashes between protesters and the NYPD erupted in Lower Manhattan.
Yeah. I think we're going to leave it there tonight, guys. I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments. Are y'all for it, against it? Am I just being too harsh about this? Because, I mean, I feel this way to my core. Y'all have a good night. If you like the video, hit a like. If you want to subscribe, cool. If not, no hard feelings. Have a good night and try to get some peaceful rest.